Eurovision Song Contest is happening in Turin, Italy from the 10th to the 14th of May. Going over to represent Ireland with That's Rich, a fabulous pop song that I'm not being biased here, but I really do think can win it, is Brooke. Brooke, welcome to the show. It's so fab to be talking to you.
Oh, I hope you're as excited as I am. Like this whole thing, this whole interview is going to be me showing you how excited I genuinely am.
Now look, I love Eurovision. It has everything. It has cheese, it has fun, it has sequence. Like, what is there not to love about Eurovision? Have you always been a massive fan?
Massive fan. Like the first time I actually ever watched it was whenever Lordy won and they were dressed up as monsters. So I was genuinely terrified. So like, it wasn't a smooth sailing start for me, but then obviously I fell in love with Fairy Tale by Alexander Rybak, you know, the boy with the violin.
Yeah.
I swear I fancied him so much. And then ever since then I was like massive into Eurovision. And it's not something that people like, they'll not openly be like, oh yes, I've seen it. Like whenever it's on the TV, you switch it on because it's class entertainment.
It is so much fun. So tell me, we all know you won the vote to represent Ireland, but how do you get to that stage? Like, did you have to submit songs? Were you tapped on the shoulder? What happened?
So basically, I was in The Voice UK 2020 and I came third. So there really was, this is hilarious, like no prospects for me whatsoever with COVID. Like I had no opportunity to sing live anywhere. I didn't have my own music. I didn't have anything. Like I went into the show because my friend put me in. I genuinely didn't think that this was going to be my life or my career or that I was anywhere near anyone in the industry.
So hold on a sec, Brooke. You entered your friend entered you in The Voice UK. You're trained by Meghan Trainor. You go to number 3, and then the world shuts down. So for someone who wasn't sure about having this career, has a taste of it, then gets it taken away, how are you feeling? You must have been so messed up.
You know what? You've just literally hit the nail on the head. I had a taste of it, and then I literally lost it all. Like it went from up a mountain crashing down the other side. And there's nothing more humbling than that ever, I can assure you. Like I really desired it then. I really, really knew that this is what I wanted to do. And then it felt as though I wanted it even more because I couldn't have it. So that led me to start writing my own music. And that's really where the journey starts for me. Like I know everyone says, oh, The Voice, blah, blah, blah. I genuinely didn't have any career before that. Like I had no expectations or anything. Like as soon as the chairs turned, whenever I done my blind, that's when it all started to go south because I was like, oh no, what do I do now? Like honestly. I know, but like now it's so real and I'm getting to live this dream again. Like Eurovision has just reignited everything for me and it's just the craziest journey in the world. I really wish you could actually see it from my perspective because in the past few weeks I've been to London, Barcelona, Amsterdam, Tel Aviv, like singing to crowds where people know my music. Like that's insane.
So how does that happen? Like, do you basically go on a Eurovision tour so people start to know your music? So when you perform That's Rich on the stage, it's not really the first time countries have heard it. Is that why you're going to all these different countries?
It's basically like I wrote the song last January. Like that's when I wrote the song, everything. People actually leaked. I didn't even announce I was like on Eurovision. People worked it out. Now I don't know how. They leaked it from New Zealand. He's not even in the Eurovision. Like, you've no idea what we're dealing with here. Everything I say to you right now, people are gonna like go and analyze this interview and like work out spoilers for the performance. The Eurovision fans are in a league of their own. They could infiltrate high security systems. They are I am not joking. I swear to God. And it's like everything I'm doing now is like hyper analyzed, which is so funny. So they leaked the song. Out of 400 songs, this song was chosen as one of 6 to like compete in the national final for Ireland. And loads of people have since been following my like every performance and they've been like, she's improving, she's getting so much better, I'm liking where this is going. So it's basically like going from primary school, graduating the whole way through to university in the space of like 2 months.
So how do you feel having so much scrutiny before you've even taken to that stage?
Well, I actually don't look at it. My daddy sits in his bed and he goes through everything. He's like, okay, so I'm not going to tell you the nasty things people are saying, but this is the general consensus. Like people hated the pajama theme really from the national final, and they just wanted to progress. I'm glad I did that. Like that was my vision at the start, Slumber Party. Now it's progressed into something a wee bit different, which is not wrong. Like I love where it's went to, and I think it's really, really cool to listen to the fans and listen to what is actually good, because I've lived with the song for a year. Like I already have had my time with it. I'm ready to develop it and see where it goes. And people appreciate that, which is weird. And I know that the fans are always going to watch it, and the public, if they see Eurovision on TV, they're going to watch it like them not have any clue about who the acts are or anything. I'm aware of that because that's what I did. I never followed it from its beginnings. I always just watched it on the TV, and whatever caught my eye was what I wanted to see. Yeah. So I feel like I've like got an advantage now of listening to opinions and seeing where it should be. It's a collaborative process with everyone in the world.
So less than a month to go. Like it all kicks off on the 10th of May. What happens between now? That's probably a stupid question because so much happens between now and the 10th of May.
Well, I'm currently in the design house in the middle of Dublin, and we have just fitted my first draft of the costume color. It's crazy.
How does that feel?
Oh, it's so weird. It's so weird. I can literally start to vision it, and once you can vision it, that kind of kills nerves for me. Like once I can see things in my head, I can start to kind of place them where they're going to be, and through that, I know you shouldn't have preconceptions about anything, but it does help to make you feel more secure in where you're at. And everything is just really coming together. Like the whole process, there's so many people that it takes to make this happen. And I was so naive. I was so green to everything. And it's really, really like my child. It's like everything, the whole creative process, I'm the head of it, and every decision is mine. So I had a really intense involvement in this. And if people hate it, that'll probably hurt my feelings, but I'm just not going to look at that. I deleted Twitter for a reason.
And I'm glad you did. Please, I think now is the time. I know you said you were all about, taking on people's advice and stuff, but I think now with less than a month to go, no more advice. Listen to your own advice and take it there. What can you tell us? What can't you tell us? How secretive is this whole competition?
I think it's really secretive in terms of people don't want to give too much away. But my performance already, so from the national final to doing the tour, so I've done London, Tel Aviv, Amsterdam, Barcelona, you can see the progression already where the choreography is going. There's obviously a lot more that we're not showing because we want it to be a surprise. And obviously in the late, I'm going back on the late show on the 29th, and we're going to do a completely different version of it again to confuse people. And it's just really, really exciting, the avenues that you can go down. Like you nearly have to do a bit of trickery here and there to not give the whole thing away. But it's very much centered around independence, girl power, friendship. Like it's all about finding support in the people around you rather than a significant other.
I absolutely love it. And I'm not saying that this because you're here or because I really want the Irish and the Australian to do really well. But I really do think that finally we are in with a chance. Like this is a song that could take it. Are you feeling that?
I feel like my aim right now is to qualify. So I'm on the semi-final on the 12th of May. Like if I get through to the final on the 14th, I'll already have done my country a service, because we haven't been qualifying hardly ever, and people have written Ireland off a lot in the past. Because we had a great history, but that was way back in the 1970s.
We need to get over that now. We need to move past that and come into now. We want the wins now.
I feel like people have definitely, with the help of the public vote, people have definitely unintentionally been more involved in the competition this year. They've watched my journey through, and through that it shows people are more involved in Eurovision this year. Hopefully they are more hopeful with this song, this new sound that Ireland's putting in. I feel like it'll definitely get us recognized because it's so different from anything that Ireland's ever submitted. Yes, people are going to be apprehensive at the start, but it's really where it needs to go. I think confidence is really key, and that's the whole European, that's what you have to really deliver. You have to really deliver the song, and I feel like I can do that.
Oh, so do I. I have no doubt. Now, when it comes to Eurovision, are there any really strange sorry, I just need to swallow. When it comes to Eurovision, are there any really strange rules that you have to abide by, or things that you need to do before you even get to the venue, or once you're in the venue?
I mean, there's lots of rules, lots of rules. Like there's an EBU, a union that has like a massive say over everything. I had to submit all my camera angles in March, like even though it's not until May. Like I have to, yes, you have room to like change them up slightly, but you really have to tell them all this time in advance so they can prepare for every country and really give you, like, even if you do say exactly what you want, they're going to have their own cameras and they might also alter that a wee bit. Like
Yeah.
you just have to get everything in early because there's so many countries fighting for attention, essentially. So it's just, look, I had no idea about any of this going into the competition. I love it. I have so much more appreciation for everything about the show. And it's just such a massive opportunity for me as an artist because I literally have a whole EP sitting ready to deliver after the Eurovision is over. And regardless of the result, I know that I can have a bigger fan base to release my music to. I think hopefully I can win some people over and I can qualify for the final. Louis Walsh said, you might qualify, but you won't win. So, I mean, anywhere.
Oh,
Do you know what? I appreciate that, honestly. I love the man. He made it was the best day of my life meeting him. But it gives me a goal, to strive for something.
Well,
something high.
I think you have the song. And if you don't win, it's not because of you. So just go in there, enjoy it all. When do you take off?
So I'm going to Madrid this weekend, and then I am doing a show in Belfast, and then I'm doing the Late Late Show, and then I'll go to Italy on the 2nd of May.
Oh, well, Brooke, enjoy it all. We are following you and supporting you big time. As I said, I think you have an amazing song there. And whatever you do, you've already done us proud.
Oh, thank you so much.